We'll be right back. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so we're back to the top? Is that what I heard? Okay, great, welcome. We're back, A Dinosaur Story. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's a great coming-of-age child movie about dinosaurs who come back in time. So, welcome to STG's Cocktails and Cabaret, take 2. We really messed it up the first time, so good that you're seeing it and hearing it only the second time. My name is Brad Rackers, and I'm one of your hosts for this evening's show, and my co-host is...
Elise Marshall, welcome again.
Oh gosh, Elise, it's so crazy. We'll skip all the things where we talked about our COVID experiences because nobody wants to hear about COVID anymore, do they?
No, they can already see we're in masks, so they understand where we are.
That is fully true. But we feel lucky to be here tonight and to get together to enjoy this show. Tonight's show, we are really looking for a way for us to sort of give back to the community through this production, but also a way for STG to make some money, and those donations came from you, some of the money we've already raised, and we hope that they continue to come from you this evening. So, Elise, did you have any ideas about maybe what STG might be doing with the money that they raise currently?
So, STG is currently renovating a new space for studio classes, which are a great opportunity for students and just other classes and experiences, especially during this time, to get out there and do theater. So what would a better thing do than to donate to the arts so that we can have these amazing classes and opportunities for students and children?
That is so true. I could not agree more. And of course, it'll be a great rehearsal space for us as well when we get back to our productions as well, which is pretty exciting. So far, we have raised $2,040 of our $5,000 goal. And that money has come from people who purchased raffle tickets and made donations up until tonight's performance. So now it's your turn at home. You can actually take an opportunity, go to our website, use the links in our social media to donate whatever you can. And if you want to donate $2,960, we can be done right now. And the show... So we're just waiting for that donation to come in. And while we do, we would love to introduce some great judges. And Elise, you had the Instagram too, because I forgot all about it.
Our Instagram is STG Theater, and that's where you can find us, and you can find the link to donate and more information about our studio classes that we have coming up as well, and our other productions.
Which is great. And you also can vote on things for tonight's show there as well. So that'll be exciting throughout the night. But I think we can now get to our judges. So you want to take it away?
So the first judge who we have up is Nikki Stanley, and she is a teacher at Pleasantly Middle School, a mom, and she is a cooking pro. She likes to cook spicy foods.
That's true.
Got it right this time.
As I mentioned earlier, it's a means to an end. It's really just the end goal would be eating spicy food, for that matter. So.
Spicy food, we've got it. We love it.
We love it.
We're in for the spicy food for sure tonight. And Nikki is a spicy human being as well, and that will be exciting to experience. Our second judge tonight is Nick Parker, and Nick is the founder of Link Tilly Summit. He's also a podcast host and producer, and we at Summit Theater Group have been very lucky to get to work with Nick earlier in 2020. So, Nick, what are the current projects you're working on?
Well, we're working on hopefully doing another play for Summit Theater Group, and we'll get that going in the next year. And I'm working on a new show where I'm going to talk to reporters all around the country about the media industry.
Very cool. Podcasting to me, what an interesting adventure. There is a podcaster in our midst on the competitor panel tonight. Did you know that?
I did not know this.
Oh my gosh. Well, it might be competition for you, so I'm not going to tell you who it is.
Well, she needs to hire a new producer. I'm here for her. Or if she gets me another drink, I will
there
be
you
here
go.
too. Yeah.
Well, we love it, and thank you so much, Nick, for all of your support of STG this past
Always.
year. And we'll move on from there for our final judge.
And our final judge is Phyllis Bologna. She's a teacher at Kansas City Dance Company, and who's been a judge for many of the country's top art competitions in over 28 years, and is a Lee Summit native. How are you tonight, Phyllis?
I'm awesome. Glad to be here. Thank you.
And thank you for judging for us.
Phyllis, tell us about your favorite COVID moment. What has been your favorite moment of COVID?
Okay, so I have a really good story for you. It's a COVID moment, but it's also a senior moment, and I didn't do it, okay? So my mom, whom I watch over every day pretty much, manage the property, I took her to the hearing doctor today, and it's just my favorite moment. She said, my hearing aids aren't working. I don't understand. And she said, I don't need them anymore. And what happened is that her hearing aids were getting wrapped up in the COVID, and she wasn't putting them into charge. It was just a moment you had to be there, but it was pretty funny. She says, I don't need these hearing aids. Well, she wasn't charging them, and because of the COVID masks, but I've had a lot of funny moments. I forget to wear mine, Brad. Imagine that.
I love it. I think that is pretty much COVID in a nutshell right there, right? It's just people, we've all just decided some things is just not happening, and we're not charging those hearing aids. You cannot.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Brad,
Yes.
you didn't ask me about my favorite COVID moment.
I understand. We talked about you being spicy, and that was really
That was
our
really,
limit, really.
Different?
My favorite COVID moment would be educating the children
yes.
during the COVID, because I felt like I earned some stripes. I don't know what that really means in terms of education, but I just thought I'd throw that out there for all of the teachers out there in our community that might be watching.
All teachers have earned stripes.
I feel like
Yes.
we just need to, and that's you and I officially, Brad. So if we could just give ourselves a moment, Brad, I feel like that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
And, this is now really loud all of a sudden, but, Phyllis is there every single night teaching in the studio too, and I cannot imagine, as we're all working on these productions and classes, how
Brian, I'm glad you brought that up. What's amazing is the students have been dancing full out, hard, intense, with these masks on, and then, they haven't complained a bit, but they're all drenched, and so last Saturday, I think they took them off for one of the numbers they were working in, and I was worried they couldn't smile and emote. And their stamina was better than ever. So what this mask does is actually force students to project more, they've built up stamina, and they don't get as tired as easily. So it's got its few pluses,
There you go.
very few.
Well, at this point, we're going to explain tonight's voting system. So how do you decide what gets sung on tonight's show? So what you'll do is you'll go to our Instagram. All of these performers are going to perform one song. And after that, or during that process, you're going to go ahead and go to our Instagram and vote for the performer that you think did what you'd like to see them sing next. That's my fault. So for round 2, you're going to get to pick the genre in which they sing. So they will be given a random song that they have never seen or heard, and in a genre that they have never prepared for, and they will sing that in round 2. So that will be some very exciting stuff, all based on you and based on the choices that you make on our Instagram at STG Theater. So we are excited to start seeing those roll in as you see our performers perform throughout the evening. And at this point, I think it's time to get started. Are you ready, Elise?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Up first, we have our first performer, Stan Cole.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Stan, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. So Stan is a retired Air Force colonel, a now JTROTC Air Force teacher at Blue Springs South, and an owner of Roosters Men's Grooming Center in Parkville, Missouri.
That's me.
What were some fun facts I learned about you, Stan?
Oh man, I don't have any fun facts. I have facts, but I mean the old. I see they've put the old guy up first, so that's the most fun fact of the night.
And
Been taking
Stan,
a lot of
how
barbs
old-
from the young people sitting next to me over here, but you know.
Stan, how old are you?
I am 27.
Okay, perfect.
Right?
okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right.
27.
Right. I used to be 27, so yeah, we're good. Once upon a time.
All right, Stan, well, I think we're ready for you.
All right. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. and I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on a tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Dragonfly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world, and a bold world for me. For me. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I feel so good. I feel so good. That's the rest of the track that didn't play.
So you just want us to jump in, or how would you like us to go about this? Here?
I feel like I'm at Brad and Lisa's mercy.
Okay.
So
I don't know when to talk because their teacher's next to me. And
That's right. Okay, vocal instructor.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Michael Bublé is one of my favorites. I've seen him in concert numerous times. That's a smoking hot song. And Stan Cole, You're Smoking Hot.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
There you go.
That was great. Okay, so here's the choreographer coming out in me, of course. So I, of course, wanted to put some hot dancers.
I know
in
you
here.
did. I know you did.
I was sitting here going, okay. During that musical interlude you had me, it was so good. I wanted you to unbutton your shirt and take your jacket off.
I was
didn't-
worried about saying
Because,
that.
baby, you are feeling
I
good.
didn't know it was that kind of show.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not taking it that direction.
Oh,
But I'm just
I
saying, that
was, man, I
interlude
was.
would have been a great time to like, okay, I'm
Bryan, I need a cocktail.
But I just got to tell you, that was really awesome.
Thank you.
I'm always impressed with the diversity in your talents, from seeing you play a beast to something. This is awesome. This is beastly good in a different way. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Very good.
All right, I'll jump in.
I don't know whether I'm supposed to look at the camera or them, but they're right here. So if I'm not looking at you at home, I'm looking at them over here. So.
I don't think there are rules. There are no rules in
No
COVID.
rules. I love
We've
it.
learned that the last 13 months.
I'm
There's no
first,
rules.
so I screw everything up and they fix it all.
Be
So.
flexible, right?
Hey, great start. I love that. I love that song. That's the perfect opener, I think, for this evening. Sets the bar, right? You set the bar for everybody else. That was awesome. It was a lot of fun. And, If she wants to dance, you got to give her a
Oh,
dance.
yeah.
Look, I mean, if
Thanks,
you
sir.
want the votes, you got to start bribing now.
We were given a spot, so I was afraid to move off of it. But, you know.
Okay. Well, I just, from right off the bat, like, you know, the words in that just sound like springtime. And there's so much promise on the horizon, I think, for a lot of us. I think we all are feeling that. There's spring, there's flowers coming up, and, you know, there's hope on the horizon, and I felt like your song really embodied that. So thank you for bringing that to all of us. And one thing I noticed was that everybody in here started moving.
Yeah.
And it just felt good. It was a great energy to start off with, so thank you for that. And I concur. And I was thinking, what's the most tactful way, given our social climate and our awareness and mindfulness of our language, but I thought, how do I tell Stan to take that jacket off and swing it over his head? You know? And so, forgive me, Stan, if I am crossing a boundary, but
That's so good.
I felt like you could have swung that jacket over your head, you know, and nobody would have
Awesome.
thought twice about it. So, but well done.
Thank
Well
you
done.
guys.
So fun.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, well, we're back with our second performer tonight. So this is Taylor Arri. She is a KC native. She's also a dog mom to Ellie and Nigel, which is great. And she is a brand new attorney at White, Graham, Buckley, and Carr, which is so exciting. I mean, passing the bar and playing bell, I don't know how that happened, but wow, I mean, how amazing. So Taylor, we feel very lucky to have you here tonight. I would love for you to tell us about the most recent project that you have that we have been communicating about back and forth.
This project, or?
It's a project that involves walls that I want to talk about for a little bit.
Oh, okay, so we just bought a house, and Brad
Yes, buying a house.
and I are in a little bit of a tiff over the wallpaper in my house because I tore it all down, and Brad is very offended by it.
It's a problem, really, for us at this moment.
And I told him I very much regret it because I took the first layer down, and then there were 3 more. So we should have just left it.
I also know people are going to ask, what kind of dogs are Ellie and Nigel? Because people will care.
So they are both Australian Shepherds. Nigel is 2, and Ellie is our rescue pup, and she is 5. And they're the best and the worst. They've been acting out a little bit, shall we say. But they're lucky they're cute.
Well, I think we are so lucky to have you here tonight, and we cannot wait to hear you sing your first song. So take it away.
Right. It's been a long time since I came around. Been a long time, but I'm back in town. This time I'm not living without you. You taste like whiskey when I kiss you. Oh, I'd give anything at all to be your baby doll. This time I'm not living without you. Said, sit back down where you belong, in the corner of my bar with your high heels on. Sit back down on the couch where we made love the first time, and you said to me, there's something about this place. There's something about a lonely night and my lipstick on your face. Something about my cool Nebraska guy. Well, there's something about, baby, you and I. It's been 2 years since I let you go. I couldn't listen to a joke or rock and roll. Muscle cars drove a truck right through my heart. On my birthday, you sang me a heart of gold with a guitar humming and no clothes. This time I'm not living without you. Said, about a lonely night, my lipstick all over your face. Something about my cool Nebraska guy. Well, there's something about, baby, you and I. We still pay rent, and she can't buy a house in heaven. There's only 3 men that I've served my whole life. It's my daddy and Nebraska and Jesus Christ. There's something about the chase. I'm a New York woman, born to run you down, from a lipstick all over your face. Something about just knowing when it's right. Put your drinks up for Nebraska. Nebraska, Nebraska, I love you. You and I. You and I. I'd rather die without you and I. You and I. You and I, Nebraska, I'd rather die without you and I. It's been a long time since I came around. Been a long time, but I'm back in town. This time, I'm not leaving without you.
We have cocktails. We're watching people sing. I'm starting to get that anxious feeling at karaoke bar where all of a sudden I notice all the town around me. Good part about tonight is nobody's going to pressure me to sing. That's a good thing.
I don't know. You don't know that yet. The night is young.
That's right.
We may start chanting your name.
That was one of my writers. I don't have to sing. That was a lot of fun. Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
It was fun, and you were talking about a karaoke bar. My first thing I wrote down was girls' night out. So I was just thinking about, telling Stan, like, oh, the smell of spring and flowers, and then it was like, seedy karaoke bar, like all of it brought the same amount of joy to me, oddly enough. And so,
she had me at Whiskey, though. I don't know the song, but she sang Whiskey in the beginning. I was there.
Yeah, I'm all in, yeah. One of the last concerts I went to, I think, was when Lady Gaga was here.
So jealous.
And so you brought back a variety of memories and emotions to me just now. The idea of singing in a stinky karaoke bar and the idea of going to a concert. So I promise I will not, get nostalgic and pine for the olden days when we went and did things all night. I promise I won't do that. But I thought it was excellent. Your mic skills are fantastic. I don't know who says that and things like this, but
I
excellent.
appreciate that.
Excellent mic skills. Well done.
Awesome. That is a challenging song to sing because it takes a wide range to be able to pull that off, and it also takes a certain amount of stamina. I'm in the stamina kick to get up there to those upper notes. One of the challenges that I've seen when I work with my students is that in these masks, the eyes are more important than ever.
Yeah.
And you've got great eyes. I wanted to see a little more from you, a little more like lift that sound up, and because this is it. This is all we get to gauge from when anybody's singing with these darn masks. Wow, that was really wonderful. I'm really inspired by your performance. You. That's hard to sing too, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so I missed that you. But boy, I tell you what, you were right on the mark. Great job. I'm just pumped. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. And now we're on to Scott Cruz. Scott is a native Iowan who called KC his home for the past 3.5 years, and an IT professional and by day, and a theater guru by night. So, after living in KC for 3.5 years, do you feel at home, Scott? Do you truly feel like you're one of us now?
I think when I got in the truck and started driving down here, I had already started feeling like a Kansas Citian, but now that I've been here for almost 4 years, it's like I've been here the whole time.
So Scott, one of the things we want to know is, what is the best place for barbecue in Kansas City? This is polarizing, and so you will lose friends in this moment.
I'm glad you asked, so I don't have to be the bad guy.
Actually, my wife and I have we love slaps in KCK. That was one of the first places I had, and we would just continue to go back there. So, yep, it's called, I think it's Squeal Like a Pig, but then slaps. Yep.
Road trip. I'm just a Gates girl.
Oh, it's really good.
All right. Well, we've lost, it looks like about 43 viewers now from that answer. I'm nervous.
I think it's your questions.
I think maybe, though, your song could bring it back, though.
Oh, we'll see.
All right.
Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I watch them as I hide up here alone, hungry for the histories they show me. All my life I memorize their faces, knowing them like they will never know me. All my life I wonder how it feels to pass a day not above them, but part of them. And out there, living in the sun, give me one day out there. All I ask is one to hold forever. Out there, where they all live unaware. What I'd give, what I dare, just to live one day out there. Out there among the millers and the weavers and their wives, through the roofs and gables I can see them. Every day they shout and scold and go about their lives, heedless of the gift it is to be them. If I were in their skin, I treasure every instant. Out there, strolling by the scent, taste the morning out there, like ordinary men who freely walk about there. Just one day, and then I swear I'd be content with my share. Old and bent, won't despair. Old and bent, I won't care. I'll have spent one day out there.
That was really good. That was great. Sorry, I just jumped right in there, everybody. I'm like, right? Like, I started to say beat a dead horse, but that seems ill-placed. But anyway, that felt so hopeful to me. Thank you for that. That's a really, really hard song.
So hard.
One thing that, since Phyllis is giving critiques and whatnot, your eyes just had me from the get-go, and then you were, using your hands, and I was like, oh, musical theater, take me away. But gosh, I feel like such a teacher right now, but don't forget your shoulders are part of the story too. Yeah. And I think, just this first round coming out of the gate, everybody has felt like they have to stay on their mark a little bit. Stan needed to swing his, over his head, and, I just wanted to see a little bit more of Quasimodo in your shoulders, like just a little bit more angst. But that was just beautiful.
You wanted him to hunch his back.
I wanted you to hunch your back.
I just wanted to put that clear.
Some method, if you will.
Oh, yes.
Anyway,
Oh, yeah,
that
right.
was beautiful. That was beautiful. Very nice.
I think it was brave, right? I mean, to come out and do actual show tune kind of thing, a theater song rather than come out pop. So I think that should be noted. Extra points in my book. As the unqualified judge, I'm not going to say anything about how you sang because it was awesome. It was fun. But I do get extra points, I think, for doing the theater song. And then I don't know. I felt like we were at the stage watching the show. We were out there watching your show, so that was awesome.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It really was. I love this show. It's one of my absolute favorites. I've had the opportunity to work on it, and it's just one that just it just gets my blood going. This is one of those songs that's a journey song. You take this audience on a journey that's full of imagery, and so for me, I wanted when you sang out there to be more of a out there. Because I know when I'm locked up all day and I go outside, I go, ah. So, wow, it just took me to so many places walking around this journey about this guy that's locked up and then he gets out and his dreams. But I wanted a crescendo at the end.
Okay.
I wanted it to build and then I wanted to come back. But I was speechless because it was so fantastic. Thank you, you're a rock star. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's time for our first break of the evening, and you know what that means, Elise.
It's time for us to ask you to please make a donation.
That's right. Anything that you can donate, we would be happy to have. $1, $5, $2,960. We're still hopeful that you would love to donate that amount of money. Elise, at this point, I'd also like to ask, what song would you sing if you came here tonight to perform? What would be the go-to song for you?
Well, that's a great question because last night when I was driving, I was thinking about how these are my prime karaoke years.
Yes, I agree.
As a 23-year-old, that was my thought. So I think I would personally sing from the Beyonce B-Day album, Resentment, because I just feel like it resonates with me so much, and I feel like I deserve to just belt that out for no reason in a mask.
Yes.
What would you sing?
What would I sing? Well, it's a good question. Thanks for asking. I would sing Corner of the Sky from Pippin, as that is the only song I ever sing for an audition ever, because I don't ever audition for shows. I just direct them. So.
But would you do like the corner of the sky, the traditional like audition reach? Is that like
100%?
Okay.
There'd be a lot of this moment.
Okay.
There'd be a lot of there'd be there would be a shirt involved for sure, but these are things we just have to experience in the moment. But I do agree. Formative karaoke years, I don't want you to miss out on any more of them.
Yes, but this is like like they said, it's a great karaoke feel tonight. So
yes.
It brings it all back.
And back to that, because of karaoke, maybe at some point STG could host karaoke in our brand new space. And what a fun experience that would be. We just need
donations!
$2,960 to make it happen. So if you're a person who loves karaoke, maybe the money you've saved from all your non-karaoke outings, you could donate. Also, if you have your stimulus money and you've decided you don't want it, we're happy to take it as well. So please feel free.
Stimulate the economy however you would, but always don't forget to donate to the arts.
That is true. And we are so thankful to each and every person who donates or purchased raffle tickets or who's even watching us here tonight. We feel very lucky to spend our evening here with you. So I think at this point that means we're on to the next contestant for round one.
Round one continues with Alicia Soltz. Alicia is a lifelong road trip show tunes belter, mom, and a lover of all genres of music.
That's
So,
right.
Since you're a road trip belter, what is your go-to song to belt in the car, Alicia?
Wow. You know, there's so many different songs that when we go on road trips, but we are either doing the show tune thing or we've got 311 playing. So it kind of goes, we go the whole gambit in our cars, and it could be one song after the other. I mean, you could be doing Beautiful Disaster and then Out There, which, you know, don't go together, but they do in ours.
And where's the next road trip planned for?
Oh, wow. Well, I drive about 40 minutes back to Olathe, so that's probably my next
Not quite the
immediate
same.
road trip. I'm going to go to visit my family near St. Louis in a few weeks, so that's probably the closest one.
Great. Well, have you seen anything strange on a road trip? This is an adult event, don't you worry. Adults.
There was a road trip in a former life at a former job. Colleagues and I took a road trip to the University of Nebraska, and we noticed that there were always 2 water towers wherever there were, and wherever we went by there were 2 water towers. So we named them Scotch and Soda water towers. So every time if you had a Scotch water tower, you had to have a soda water tower. And then, of course, just the names of the businesses, like, you know, the Jerry's Bait, Tackle, and Laundry. You know, those types of things. Those are always kind of fun.
Perfect.
What can I say? You know, for $2,960, you can not hear me talk about my road trips. I'm just.
I think we're ready.
Are you ready? Okay. Now for something completely different. Pink ribbon off my eyes. I'm exposed and it's no big surprise. Don't you think I know exactly where I stand? This world is forcing me to hold your hand. 'Cause I'm just a girl, oh little old me. So don't let me out of your sight. Oh, I'm just a girl, all pretty and petite. So don't let me have any rights. Oh, I've had it up to here. The moment that I step outside, so many reasons for me to run and hide. I can't do the little things I've held so dear. It's all those little things that I fear. 'Cause I'm just a girl, I'd rather not be. 'Cause they won't let me drive late at night. Oh, I'm just a girl, guess I'm some kind of freak. 'Cause they all sit and stare with their eyes. Oh, I'm just a girl, take a good look at me. Just your typical prototype. I've had it up to here. Am I making myself clear? I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl in the world. That's all that you'll let me be. Oh, I'm just a girl living in captivity. Your rule of thumb makes me worrisome. Oh, I'm just a girl. What's my destiny? What I've to come to is making me numb. I'm just a girl. My apologies. What I've become is so burdensome. Oh, I'm just a girl. Lucky me. Tweedledum. There's no comparison.
Well, that felt like a road trip.
What?
That felt like a road trip. I thought we were driving along singing. I'm going to steal from Phyllis here. I hope she's happy because you were moving. Almost like the window was down. And
Right.
out the moonroof, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it made me want to go on a road trip, which I love road trips. And I think people that take road trips are a little risky. They're a little brave. They're a little dangerous sometimes, a little adventurous. And girl, you are not afraid to do your thing. I love that. Your energy was just fantastic from the get-go. The dance break, that is hard to do.
Yeah.
Is to dance in front of people. It really is, especially the older we get, the more safe we become. I loved it because you weren't safe, and I love that so much. A few little spots I got lost on the articulation, but it might just be it's probably the mask, but bravo to you. I wanted to say, when that note goes up really high, and then you come off of it, I missed almost the word coming off of it.
I gotcha.
So just articulate a little bit more, but man, oh man, your energy's good stuff. Thank you so much for being here. Wow.
I agree. I thought that was really good energy for you coming out of the gate. And for anybody who knows me, I am a die-hard Gwen Stefani fan.
Yay.
And she actually signed a $1 bill for me once, and I spent it.
Oh, no.
So someone else has now benefited from.
Somebody else has a signature of Gwen Stefani, because she and I were really close, and I probably bought like a coffee with it or something. Anyway, I thought that was a really brave choice because the breath support that it takes to continually pull out that belty voice is exhausting, and it really is. Not to keep talking about my girl Gwen, but to think of all the moshing and the jumping and the breath support that she was always having to do, and you sustained that.
Thank you.
So that's to your credit. So thank you for bringing that fun, energetic song, and
Thanks.
that was great.
Yeah.
Well done.
I want to give you a chance to set the record straight, though.
Yeah.
You were asked about what's on your playlist for road trips. Do you want to make a correction here? You did not ever say Neil Diamond.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And that's a false. You have to have Neil Diamond.
It may be in there somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know.
You never know.
Sweet Caroline.
Little Coming to America sometimes.
Exactly. Anything from the jazz
We can
singer's
do that
good.
in parts, All right.
All right. We are back. This microphone is out of this thing. And we would like to introduce our next performer. And this is Tyler Walls. And Tyler is a lifelong singer, dancer, and lover of theater who is ready to share his love of music and the arts. But what's really important is that Tyler has not included the best part about Tyler, which is that Tyler is also a superhero. So Tyler, I want you to tell us about that.
Yeah, so in Kansas City, I'm a part of a group. We're called the Wonder League KC. I go around as Captain Marvel. That's a lie. I go around a store. I dress up as Thor, and I go to children's hospitals, and we do other events with. Right now in COVID land, we've only been able to do things with the Kansas City Police Department and some of the stuff that they've been doing, gathering toys during Christmas time, Toys for Tots. We've done a lot of stuff. We've part of Tim Tebow's event as well that he does every year for. It's essentially a huge prom for people with special needs, and it's honestly the highlight of my year every year, and we didn't get to do it this year, so next year we'll get it. But yeah, I like to, it's just a great way to actually, I don't know, take advantage of the fact that I kind of look like the guy a little bit, so just to take advantage of it. Yep, my mic's not doing something. Cool. Of course. Maybe I'll sound better with Scott's mic.
All right. So do we need to talk all about Thor again? Because I'm in for it if we do. I just need someone to tell me.
Yeah, I'll do it again. No, okay.
Okay, he says
We're
okay.
good. We're
But
good.
I'd like to continue. How did you decide Thor? Of all of the heroes you could choose, why Thor?
Well, I mean, she has to take the coat off, so I mean.
There you go. See?
Oh.
Right.
Wow.
This is what I'm in for tonight. This is why I show up here.
I take the coat off, but yeah, I mean, enough people, when enough people come up to you, and it's kind of funny, like a lot of my friends don't, especially my friends that aren't local, they don't realize how often people are like, wow, you look like Thor. And so one day I was like, you know what, this is cool. And there was a group here in KC called the Wonder League KC that they were like, hey, would you like to be our Thor? And I was like, heck yeah, let's do that. So as soon as the regulations for going and visiting kids in the hospitals is lifted, we're going to get back in there. And we're going to be, actually, me and the girl who plays Wonder Woman and the guy who plays Captain America, we're actually fully credentialed volunteers at Children's Mercy, which is actually really, really, really cool. So excited to get back into that. Yeah.
That is awesome. I can play no superhero, but I'm willing to, if you need someone to fill in for other jobs, I will do it. Whatever you need, really. So we're hoping this is a song from some sort of superhero movie. I don't know if that's what we're getting, but that's what I'm going to hope for.
No, I hate to bring
and
it down a
if
little
it's not, that's okay too.
Everything's been so upbeat tonight that I felt like I needed to balance it out. Let's
All right, well, here we go. We're ready.
It's not simple to say that most days I don't recognize me. And these shoes and this apron, this place and its patrons have taken more than I gave. It's not easy to know that I'm not anything like I used to be, although it's true, I was never attention's sweet center. I still remember that girl. She's imperfect, but she tries. And she is good, but she lies. And she is hard on herself. She is broken and won't ask for help. She is messy, but she's kind. And she is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. It's not what I asked for. Sometimes life, it slips in through the back door and carves out a person and makes you believe that it's true. And now I've got a you, and you're not what I asked for. And if I'm honest, I know that I would give it all back for a chance to start over and rewrite an ending or two for that girl that I knew who would be reckless just enough, who'd get hurt. Oh, but she learned how to toughen up, and she's bruised and gets used by a man who can't love. Oh, and then she'll be stuck and be scared of a life that's inside her, growing stronger each day, until it finally reminds her to fight just a little, to bring back the fire in her eyes that's been gone, but it used to be mine. It used to be mine. Whoa, whoa, whoa. She is messy, but she's kind. And she is lonely most of the time. She is all of this mixed up and baked in a beautiful pie. She is gone, but she used to be mine. Sorry to bring it down.
Oh, Phyllis wants me to go. I just saw the teacher look.
Because I'm
Way to
gonna
bring
need
it-
a minute. I'm gonna need a minute, so I'm gonna need
Well,
you
look,
to go.
I think you're a little too much for them. They're gonna take a break, take a few breaths. That was awesome. Way to bring the love song though, to change it up. That was great. I'm a sucker for the slow song, so
Yeah.
that's all. I think that's gonna be a good thing. Superheroes don't need crutches. You're the first one that didn't have the karaoke words playing. So
yeah, it's all up here.
Is that a mental game? Is this how you're kind of punking the rest of them to let them know?
That song it's from a musical called Waitress. It's Sarah Bareilles, and it's sung by a female. It's actually a really sad song. It's pretty tragic.
You're jumping the gun.
But but they don't have a karaoke track for in my key.
I thought this was just your way of psyching them out.
No, no, not at all.
Hey, and way to concentrate. You're hitting the big notes and you're fixing your mask
Yeah,
at the
mask.
same time. That can't be
Bless
easy.
America.
Yep. That was stunning. Like, I couldn't even look at you. I was so transported. And at one point I was like, oh, right. All my COVID jokes and all of that. Okay. This just transported me. What a risk, too, just with the gender and whatnot.
It's gender bender, yeah.
Yeah.
I was told once that dudes shouldn't sing this song. So
But
I was
when
like,
you did, it was just an entirely different perspective. And I mean, I've just seen Jesse Mueller on the couch, and now it's like, now I can't unsee you standing in front of this screen. I don't know, what color is it? Is it yellow? I don't know what we're going with. It was yellow. Okay, got it. That was just stunning. That was just beautiful. I love that show. So the second I heard the note, because again, we didn't have the lyrics as our cheat, I just was like, really? We're doing this? And
Yeah.
well done.
thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Wow, you are so full of passion. That song takes a lot of ability to play both sides of the emotion. Start out, at a lower level and then build to take us through so many passionate moments. And I always like to hear performers not just play it this way all the time. And you took us up here, and it was a roller coaster ride of emotions. And it was fantastic. I truly can see why you are Thor. Passionate, strong, but yet sensitive inside. And I just loved both sides, the sensitive and the strong, and the passion and it was just fantastic. You're one talented young man. Thank you so much.
I appreciate
That was
you.
Did our
beautiful.
speaker system hold out for his...
Yeah, sorry about that.
Good.
Wow.
Good. I wondered if, the whole YouTube's crashed apart during that.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
That was beautiful.
Fantastic. Thank you.
All right. Up next, we have Emily Coffin. Oh my gosh. She's an actress, carpenter, and props master who loves knitting, painting, and hosting her own podcast.
Hey.
Her podcast is What Did We Just Watch? And she hosts it with Zach Kuyat.
That's him. That's my friend Zach.
So, Emily, I know that your podcast is about watching movies, and that's why it's called What Did We Just Watch? So,
Yes.
what is your favorite genre of
Oh
movie?
gosh, I really have a soft spot for I hate to say musicals because bleh, but I really like musical movies. Like Moulin Rouge is one of my favorite movies of all time. I know it sounds cliche because I'm a musical theater major. What's my favorite movies? I like musicals. But Moulin Rouge is one of my favorites. Little Shop of Horrors is one of my favorites. Basically, yeah. Sing or have Ewan McGregor in it, and I'm there.
And Emily, I believe you are returning to a job that that COVID closed, but it looks like you're going to get to go back to work this summer. You want to tell us about that?
I am. We're still dotting the I's and crossing the T's, but it looks like I am going to go back. There was a job at a theater company called Arrow Rock Lyceum Theater. I'm going to go be their resident prop master for a little bit, as well as act in a few of their shows. I'm very, very excited to return. They're lovely people, and I love them very much. I don't know if any of them are watching. Hey, what's up? Unless you're not here, then hi later? I don't know. But yeah.
I think that's
All right. I don't mind letting you down easy, but just give it time. If it don't hurt now, then just wait a while. Got the big fish in the pond, no more. You are what they're feeding on. So what are you gonna do when the world don't open up around you? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Living in the real world. Ain't it good? Ain't it good? Being all alone. Ain't it fun? Living in the real world. 'Cause the world don't orbit around you. Being all alone. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own in the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own. This is the real world. Don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own. This is the real world. This is the real world. Don't go crying. Don't go crying. Ooh. This is the real world.
Wow. You know what? I feel like you were living your best life just then.
I really feel like I was too. Thank you.
Seriously, that was so cool. You know what was really cool about this? When you started, you were chit-chatting with everybody, and all of a sudden that music just started, and you went, And you were like, I love to see that happen, because you weren't yourself there, really. You were kind of just, you were in another world, just jamming and rocking out, and it didn't matter if we were sitting here or not. You were doing it, and that's what was so cool about your performance. It was raw, it was genuine, it was real. You had me from the minute you went, like that.
Thank you.
And I went, this girl she's got some stuff. Thank you. You have lots of soul, and you lived it, you really got into it. I just can't say enough about you. That was wonderful.
Thank you so
very
much.
You know what? Soul. That was the word I had on there too. That was a lot of fun. And I work with a lot of people where you kind of got to give them a trigger, right, to see them make that switch that she was talking about. There was no switch there. You were just on, and that was a lot of fun. We were immediately hooked. I'm gonna actually do a criticism for the first time. I feel weird. I feel horrible. Like I want to crawl under the table. I had a little trouble understanding the words sometimes in the beginning. That could be weird room, but it was in a mask. I know, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have the luxury of seeing all the words, so you nailed them because I saw them.
You were cheating.
Yeah, I was cheating.
Okay.
And you said
What? There's
all
not
the
a live
right-
band
you said all
here.
the
What are you
right
talking
thing.
about?
Yeah, you said all the right thing. Technicality things that were actually really good. I love the way you went from your chest voice to your head voice really with ease. Like so many vocalists really struggle with that. Like I'm going to be either all one or all the other. And, you just floated back and forth like it was nothing. So props for that.
Thank you.
You played around with tempos beautifully too, and slowed down, and you treated everything with great sensitivity. I thought that was really cool. And you have such an ease with regard to movement too. Like you made me think of a stranger on a dance floor that I was dancing with, and like the night was over, and it was like, that's my new best friend. So,
That's the vibes I
that
strive
may be
for.
You're that girl.
That may be a lot of information about me, but I do make friends on the dance floor sometimes. And I don't know if this is to your credit or if it's the fact that you're the sixth person and maybe you've been sitting over there having lots of cocktails, but I feel like we have gotten progressively more mobile over the course of our performers. So thank you for bringing all of that fun energy. Yeah. So we're gonna dance later. We're gonna dance later.
Thank you so
It's my best
much.
friend. Yeah.
See y'all later.
Well, Elise, I hope that everyone's getting a little more mobile at this moment.
Yeah.
And if you're at home, we hope that you're also enjoying a few cocktails, maybe 3, maybe 5, maybe just a half. We're not judging. But we would also like at this point to do an update. And Elise, it looks like we were given some information to help everybody at home donate even more money. And I know that you're ready for the way to donate even more money.
So how you will donate the money is you will go to STG Theater, our Instagram page. There's a link in our bio. You can go to that link and it'll take you to the Summit Theater website. What? You'll go to Join the Fun and go to Patron, and you will pick that option. It'll take you to a link, and then you'll pick the Donate Now, and that'll take you to an option where you can choose to donate just to us at a different tier level. It has our tier level there, which is explained out clearly. You can donate to a specific contestant. You can donate to the Summit Theater Group studio scholarship, or just donate to us in general. However you want to.
And all it took was 42 clicks. So just click and click and just keep clicking until you find something that says, give us money. And then once you get to the give us money, perfect. Donate now. We would love to see that. Again, link in our Facebook bio or also on our Instagram bio to take you to the website. And then it's those easy clicks that we were talking about there. But we would love for you to engage with us in that way as well. It's our time to update the total. We have raised $2,285 so far, so we are well on our way to making that donation tonight of making $5,000 for STG and the opening of STG Studio. And our first prize for this evening, if you bought raffle tickets up until 6 p.m. tonight, your name was entered in a drawing, and that drawing is for 3 really amazing gifts. And then, of course, there are some door prizes as well. And our first one is going to be Sporting KC jersey that is signed by the players, and also some tickets to the Comets. And those are going to be for this quarterfinal game, which means nothing to me, but some people really love sports balls. And if you do, this means a lot to you. So we would like to thank Sporting KC and the KC Comets for this incredibly generous donation. They are really amazing people there. So the person who has won that is John Elena. John Elena. Ellena is the person's last name. And John, if you won that, someone from Summit Theater Group will be with you shortly to make sure that you can pick up that item. So we're well on our way, of course, now down to only about $2,715. So still plenty of time for you to give. And at this point, we would like to turn it over to Bryan Arri. And Bryan Arri is with the Fern Bar, and he is here as our resident mixologist tonight. Bryan is an amazing bartender who you can see at Fern Bar coming soon. And he's going to start with his first cocktail tonight called The Show Must Go On. And so we'll take it away to Bryan in our bar area. Bryan, are you ready?
Absolutely. How are you all doing tonight?
We are great.
I am so excited to be here with you presenting The Show Must Go On. And that's going to be sponsored by our friends at J. Rieger & Co. J. Rieger & Co. is the oldest distillery in Kansas City. They've got a whole lot of family history, and I'm really, really excited to be working with their products tonight. So as Brad said, I'm Bryan Arri. I am the owner of the upcoming Fern Bar, which is going to be in the crossroads of Kansas City. And like I said, I'm super excited to show you this cocktail. So if you like whiskey, go ahead and grab your bottle of whiskey. We sent out that list of ingredients that you're going to need. Now, first things first, right here, go ahead and take an orange, okay? If you got an orange at home, if you have a lemon at home, I'm going to show you how to make a garnish that we're going to go ahead and set aside for later. But really quickly, take either a nice peeler like this. If you have a potato peeler, a vegetable peeler, you'll be able to cut a nice long swath with it, just like this. But if you don't have one of those, no worries. Grab a paring knife. You can do the exact same thing. Just move nicely and slowly across the surface of that orange, okay? It'll work just fine. So, right here, what you're going to do, on the long side, take your paring knife and make one nice long cut, just like this, okay? Just trimming off that excess on the side. Then, from that tip where you finish your cut, we're going to make one short diagonal cut, and then one long diagonal cut to the other end of the trimmed, manicured side. So, as of now, you should have a nice little triangle just like this. Put a slit down the middle. Don't cut all the way, though. Make sure you stop before you reach the end of the orange, okay? We're going to set that aside. Now, here's where you get into the fancy side of things. We're going to actually smoke this glass for this cocktail, okay? So go ahead and take your apple wood chips that you're supposed to get. A good handful just like this. You can find these in any baking section generally, or more specifically, it's Kansas City, so barbecue is everywhere. Find it wherever you're going to find your grills in a hardware store. Now, we're going to go ahead and light these on fire. I have one of my wife's nice little appetizer plates here, though, to do that with. I know that she doesn't want me to burn this, so I'm actually going to flip it over to the underside, okay? Put a nice little handful of those applewood chips right there. And then I've got a fancy butane lighter. I actually picked this up at the gas station earlier for about 10 bucks. But if you don't have one of these at home, you can actually just use a standard lighter, okay? So light one of your chips on fire. Like I said, though, eye on a bar, that's going to be coming very shortly. So I've got a few tools with me. Go ahead and make sure that we get all those applewood chips smoking, okay? Wait till that catches, and then go ahead and get a rocks glass, or whatever glass you prefer, all right? Set that over the top of your cocktail glass. That's gonna start smoking beautifully right over here. Now, let's go ahead and get to mixing the cocktail. So if you're making drinks at home, if COVID has taught you anything, it's that you don't necessarily need all the fancy bar tools that I have access to personally. So what we're going to do is, I'm mixing inside of this, but if you have, a Nalgene or a French press, that works great too. That's a wonderful tool to go ahead and mix cocktails with, all right? So we're gonna start off with our raw sugar simple syrup. So earlier we said, go out and get some raw sugar. Now what you're gonna wanna do is combine that 1 part of the raw sugar to 1 part of hot water, and then mix that together either by hand, or I recommend it in a high-speed blender like a Ninja, a Bullet, or a Vitamix. Now, after waiting for what feels like too long, it will have incorporated nicely into a mixture just like this. We're gonna take between 1/4 and 1/8 of an ounce of that measure, okay? Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna use, magic of a live TV. We're gonna go ahead and use about 2 dashes to 3 of Angostura bitters. I'm doing 3 tonight. Then finally, we're gonna do nice 2 ounces of J. Rieger & Co.'s Kansas City whiskey. Now what's so lovely about this is it's a mellow corn whiskey mixed with some rye, as well as then just a little touch of sherry. There's history of using sherry in whiskey in Kansas City, which is absolutely wonderful. It gives it a nice richness that you're not gonna find anywhere else in any other style of whiskey, and it pairs really, really well with our smoke tonight. Finally, now that we have all of our ingredients inside of here, go ahead, go to your fridge, and get some ice. I'm just gonna turn around and grab some right now. Alrighty, once we have our ice, I'm gonna put a few cubes in my glass, which is nice and smoky by now. The rest inside of my mixing glass. Let's go ahead and stir. Now you're gonna be holding this with your hand, trying to feel for some chill, okay? The second that you feel that it's nice and chilled is when you know that your beverage is going to be ready. Right about now, if you're using standard ice out of a freezer, and about now if you actually have cocktail ice at home, okay? Finally, go ahead and get your strainer. Strain this over the top of that ice into that smoked glass. Spritz a little bit of that orange oil from the peel over the top that we prepared earlier. Place it just like this. Then a nice curl on the edge, and that is the show must go on. Cheers, everybody. And I guess the show must go on, so I'm going to sit here and vamp and enjoy this wonderful cocktail until we head it back to our house. I guess I can't enjoy this cocktail. I've got this nice clear mask on. It smells lovely. I know it is. It's very tasty. Anybody back in there? Yeah, would someone like this beverage? I can't have this, unfortunately. So how are your cocktails at home? Go ahead and get into our comments on the Instagram. Once again, that's STG Theater. Go ahead, start commenting on those stories. Also, make sure that you look at your favorite people. Make sure you post what you want them to be singing next. And let's go ahead and hand it back over to our host over there.
Well, I'm smiling. Bryan, I have to tell you that everyone in here was just chatting away.
Fantastic.
And the truth is, we just wanted to drink.
Oh, I'm sure.
We love everything you've just said and done. And we are so thankful that you're here tonight. And we're sorry that everyone basically was just doing our own thing. And
that's what I'm here for.
We will never do that again. And I'm sure that has never happened to you in your life before, and we are very sorry. But we're ready to move on now.
Cheers to you guys.
to the next part. So Elise, one more thing for you to start with here. It looks like we have one more Instagram announcement.
All right, voting is open for your pick, you, the audience, your favorite. So you can go to STG Theater, our Instagram, and vote on our story for your favorite performer starting now. That will close as we go on, so go ahead and head over to the Instagram now to start putting in your vote for who your favorite performer is.
So that's exciting. Our audience favorite will get to sing a song at the end of the show no matter what. So this is your opportunity to get your voice heard. Oh, and here we all come, just traipsing through. This is a professional operation, people.
We're professionals.
What is happening? Exactly. We've decided to just
It
drink.
is a cabaret with cocktails, and I mean, who couldn't use a cocktail?
That's right. Well, as we continue to get set up for this, we're going to just continue to fill time. This is called filling, everyone. Filling. This is when the hosts of shows have to just keep talking until everything is reset up.
It's cabaret and cocktail. So I know you said you're not a mixologist. We're not all mixologists.
Fully not.
But during COVID and
Yes.
quarantine, a period as we like to call it, even though it wasn't that. But what did you become a mixologist? Was there like a go-to drink that you would make for yourself at home? Because we can't go out to bars anymore, so
Sure.
we have to be our own mixologist.
Absolutely. So my go-to drink was Truly. It is the most ridiculous drink ever in the history of the world, but you can have 3 and be on a good buzz for a couple hours. And that's really what's important to me sometimes. So a Truly black cherry lemonade, we're in for that. Definitely not going to be mixing any drinks. Some beer every once in a while if I'm feeling very like, but it just depends, really. It's just how it goes. How about you, Elise? What was your drink of
Personally,
choice?
I decided I wanted to grow up over COVID, and I found wines that I liked. I
Ooh.
started finding. I have friends who love wine, and I said, I'm going to find a red wine that I like. I don't like bitter wine. I found a Roscato.
Oh.
So it's super sweet, but it's a red wine, and I was like, I finally have a red wine I like, and I can act adult, not
Yes.
just drink Moscato when I'm out with my friends and we're being adults who drink wine. So
I
that's
still
my
do not
go-to.
drink red wine because of Catholic school days. So there is things. Anyone who went to Catholic school understands exactly what I mean. But I love a Roscato. I'm in for that.
That's a very nice bottle. You can
How
have a couple.
exciting. Well, it's time. Round 2, everyone. We're here. We're ready. There's a singer who is ready to sing, and they're going to find out right now what they're going to sing. So,
Great.
we're welcoming back Alicia. Alicia,
Hi.
I'd love for you to give me some feedback. Round 1, how did it go for you? How do you think? Tell the people.
I felt pretty good about it. I mean, I neglected to practice wearing a mask. So that, if to do it all again, I'd probably try to do that instead of just, dancing around the living room without one because, home and all. So that's kind of been a challenge, but I think we've all surpassed that challenge. We've all been able to get past that. And I think, round 1 rocked for all of us. So I can't wait to see what horrible things that the viewers have come up with for us to sing in this next round. I'm nervous, so.
So, Alicia,
Yes.
this is the moment of our big reveal.
Great.
The big reveal is that Elise and I, before the evening began, chose all of these songs for you.
Great.
No one knows what any of these songs are. And guess what? The categories people could vote on at home, we didn't even take them into consideration.
Great.
We picked our own categories.
All right.
Everyone is singing. I think we've decided, Elise, what did we talk about? What's the genre they're going to sing tonight for us?
Everybody is singing Fergalicious by Fergie.
Ooh.
He's singing the whole song.
Fergalicious by Fergie.
And we expect choreography.
Right. The original from the music video, which I know you've seen.
Oh, yeah, it's one of my favorites. It's actually on my favorites. I mean, it's, yeah, right, okay.
Well, you'll be lucky then, because I'm not sure that Stan Cole is quite prepared for that one. But
Well, the one thing that Stan and I have going for us is experience. So, you're putting the experienced singers at the front of the lines. Both rounds here. So, Ageism.
So, Alicia, if you had to choose, which category would you want to sing?
What are my choices?
Well, country,
No.
bluegrass,
No.
ladies of the 80s, Broadway, jazz and blues.
Yeah, any of those last three would be good. You know, you can always rock a good power ballad, I guess. So.
Well, the people have spoken, Alicia.
Great.
And the people have decided you shall sing something from the ladies of the 80s.
Oh, wow, okay.
We love the 80s.
Because that narrows it down so much.
Right, a completely reasonable amount of time. Oh, we're ready.
Okay. Okay, I can do this. Mississippi in the middle of a dry spell. Jimmy Rogers on the Victrola up high. Mama's dancing, her baby's on her shoulder. The sun is setting like molasses in the sky. The boy could sing, knew how to move and everything. Always wanting more, he'd leave you longing for black velvet and that little boy's smile. Black velvet and that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Up in Memphis, the music's like a heat wave. White lightning behind to drive you wild. Mama's baby in the heart of every schoolgirl. Love me tender, leaves him crying in the eye. The way he moved, it was a sin, so sweet and true. Always wanting more, he'd leave you longing for black velvet and that little boy's smile. Black velvet and that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Every word of every song that he sang was for you. In a flash he was gone. It happened so soon. What could you do? Black velvet and that little boy's smile. Black velvet and that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. Black velvet and that little boy's smile. Black velvet and that slow southern style. A new religion that'll bring you to your knees. Black velvet, if you please. If you please. If you please. fun.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, I'll start.
Okay.
You have fantastic eyebrows. Would you write that down?
Now, if you missed our pre-show meeting, there was a whole 10 minutes about eyebrows.
Yeah. Eyebrows are very important for a multitude of reasons, but especially when you're performing. And I thought you did an excellent job, especially when these days we're sort of limited to
this is what you
square
have.
footage. So I don't. That's probably not footage, though. I guess. Anyway, so well done with those. I also appreciated the fact that you're not afraid to move. That was great. I mean, such a smoky, sultry song, and you really did it justice. So well done with that.
Thank you.
One thing I think that could really help you in the car, this is not as much of an issue, and I know that from experience, you do not have the mic issue in the car, but I would play around a little bit with distance of the mic from your mouth. Just some of those mic skills on some of those notes that tend to be a little bit more because of the song itself, just tend to be more shrill notes, the way they kind of come at you. Pulling that mic away a little bit gives you a little bit of wiggle room, not necessarily on how you hit them, but just in terms of how they come out. Play around with that mic a little bit. But again, those of us who are really good at singing in the car, it's not an issue. We sound good 100% of the time. So, but just as far as mic skills go, play around with your mic a little bit.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
Are you sure? Okay.
Stop fighting, you guys!
Hey, great song. That was, to me, that was back in the 80s, like when I'd go over to my friends and I'd get to see MTV. Like, we didn't have MTV at home. We weren't allowed. But when I saw MTV at my friend's house, it was like sitting there watching it again. That was great. What I really like about you, though, is I'm pretty sure in your mind the rest of us all disappear while you're singing. And you're just in your own world there hitting every piece of that song.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about mic skills and moving it around, but great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I had to close my eyes for a minute. I thought it was at a concert, a real
Aw,
concert.
thank you.
With you just sound fantastic on this song. It's definitely one that's really shows your voice. I especially love the riffs at the end when you went into the head tone. That was just delicious. It was fantastic.
Thank
I
you.
just loved it. I felt like you sold it. You really got the feel for music. I mean, I believe it's internal with you, and it's coming out to be external, which is so great. You were feeling that music. The notes, Black Velvet, when it gets up there high, a little throaty for me. I would have rather heard it maybe brought forward into that mask of the voice, a mask of the face. But man, oh man, you rocked that out. That's a hard song to sing. It takes wide range, and I thought you just brought it tonight. You've done a marvelous job.
Thank
Marvelous
you.
job.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so we're back over here, and what a fun song, and the 80s, great, what a great time. Great people were born in the 80s, Elise, I don't know if you know that.
Were you born in the 80s?
I was, thank you. Many people think I was born in the 60s, but I was not. I was born in the 80s.
Oh, that's so rude.
But we would like to take a moment right now to thank Connect Co-working, which is our host for this evening's event. If you need any sort of space for an upcoming event, whether that be a socially distanced gathering, whether that be a meeting, any other sort of events that you do not have the space for at your own home, you can come to Connect Co-working as well. And you can follow them on social media at Connect Co-working LLC. So once again, we want to thank them for allowing us the use of this incredible space tonight that we have transformed into our very own little television studio. But again, Connect Co-working, give them a call, send them an email, contact them on social media if you need a space for your next event. So it's exciting stuff, and we're very thankful to get to work with them.
Yes. Up next, we have Tyler. You're back for your surprise genre choice. Are you excited? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm nervous, but it'll be okay.
Oh, don't be
We'll
nervous.
get through this together.
You did great.
Oh, it's like that's what everybody who voted. I'm like, ladies in the 80s. No, that's not a good category for me.
What genre would you have wished they voted on?
Yeah, what are the genres again? What were they again?
Jazz, ladies from the 80s, Broadway, top 40.
I mean, Broadway is. I love Broadway. Broadway would be my choice if I had the choice. Do I get to choose that?
It would be great if Broadway was your choice, but the audience chose, and they think that you should do country.
Oh!
Okay. That's cool. I can handle that. Handle a little country. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This is a good one.
I like it. This is a barroom song for sure. So hold up your drinks, raise your glasses, you at home. Great song. If I had my guitar. Here we go. I used to spend my nights at a barroom. Liquor was the only love I know. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom, and you brought me back from being too far gone. Here we go. And you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, and honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I asked and I would come sing to y'all, but they told me I have to stay here, so. I've looked for love in all the same old places, but guess what? I found the bottom of the bottle's always dry. Here we go. But when you poured out your heart, I didn't waste it, 'cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. Yeah, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, and honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah. Wish I had my guitar. This is really, really sexy guitar, by the way, too. Super sexy guitar. It just is. Yep. What do you do here right now? There's no dancing. There it was. And there's another one. So, yeah. Hey, be sure to tip your bartenders and your waitresses, and make sure that you hit that donate button. Smash that donate button. STG, all the way. There we go. Little plug. And you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy, and honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. Yeah, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey. Yeah. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, Tennessee whiskey. That's a fun song.
All right, wow, that was really incredible. You are so relatable. I think each of us in here can feel that you're really into this, and you're telling a story, and you're just relatable as can be. You're quite the performer as well. You really know how to use your voice incredibly well. Have you had voice training in the past? No, this is all.
No voice lessons.
This is all natural.
I just kind of listen to what other people do, and I kind of just do what they do.
That's smart. That's very, very smart. Pick and choose from each, and that's great. Have you ever auditioned for The Voice or America's Got Talent or anything like that?
I have, and I was on one of them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I mean, nobody else knew that. I keep that kind of to myself
Okay,
just because
sorry.
I don't. Sorry, it's out there now.
Okay, well that's okay. That doesn't.
I'm too old to do a lot of them now. So.
Yeah, that's just fantastic. You're very comfortable performing, and that song, all your riffs and everything, you're all over the place, and you're vocally changing it up, and it's just exciting as can be.
Thank you.
Bravo to you. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Way to play to the audience. That was awesome. And I can tell, what I like too is even your first song that you did. I didn't know it. It wasn't a thing. But both of these songs you told stories, which is that appeals to me. And I think we've just heard two stories.
Yeah.
She used the word relatable. That was great. You were playing to us. And extra points. This is a fundraiser, and you remembered it, and you told people to donate money.
Donate money. Well, what are you gonna do in those long musical interludes? It's just.
And from what I hear, we're able to now open a second studio. Is that correct? Yeah. So, well done over there. Well done.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Smash that donate button.
I'm very impressed by your ability to go from a broken woman on a couch to a healing broken woman. I mean, I don't want to put her in a box. You know what I mean? Like she's healing.
Yes,
She's healing.
yes.
To somebody I also want to dance with on a dance floor. So well done on that. You transport people places, and I always tell my theater students that it's about telling the story. Am I right, Kenny, on that? I say that a lot. And you tell a good story. So
Thank you very
well
much.
done.
I appreciate
Well
that
done on
very
that.
much. Awesome.
Yep.
Thanks.
Awesome. Well, There's a lot of people shaking hands at people and waving, and it's very exciting. We love all of it. Don't forget, still, the link in bio now on the Instagram, at least, it takes you directly to the donations.
What?
I know.
Magic.
Link in bio, one click. One click.
It's
But
smooth.
you know what we can do, Elise, is we can now donate.
You can donate straight to who your favorite performer is. So, if you think that Tyler is as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, go ahead and donate just to him. It still goes to the goal, but you can donate to, for him to win.
And maybe he's the audience favorite because he raises $2,960.
Yeah, because he told them to smash that donation button.
That's right. And maybe we name the place after him at that point, right?
Yeah.
Because we got to do something. So we're very excited, and we continue to try to make this an awesome experience. It's also really fun for us as we see from our own phones all the stuff that you all are commenting on our show tonight. It is so exciting to see people love this production. And I would like to take a quick moment to thank Kenny Taylor, who put this all together. If you don't know Kenny Taylor, Kenny Taylor is an amazing human being, and you just need to know that about him, and he is wonderful. And Ms. Taylor Arri, who helped put this whole event together and organize things for us. So we're so thankful for both of them and for all of our crew here. It's a really exciting event, and we're so thankful for all of them. So at this point, we are back for our third performer, and Emily is back with us. Emily, I'd like for you to talk to me really quickly in 3 words.
Oh God,
I
I'm
would
not
like
brief.
for you to tell me about your favorite theatrical experience, but 3 words only, so pick them carefully. 3 words, favorite theatrical experience.
Picking up my friend Zach. That's all I got.
That is not. Oh, picking up my is her favorite theater experience.
Yep,
everyone.
that's it. That's what.
Just
that's
ignore the rest of that.
The most fulfilling artistic experience I've had. Yep.
There you go. I love it. I love it. So, Emily, what would be your choice if you could pick a category for your second round? What would you pick?
Probably, quite honestly, anything but jazz.
Anything but
because
jazz.
I got
like
nothing.
jazz.
Everything else, I got it.
Okay.
I have every
interesting.
song that's ever been written memorized, but blues.
Wow.
That's what I got.
I think that's impressive.
Thank you.
I
I
love
think
it.
so too.
Okay, my question is, what happens in the next 3 seconds when I say that the audience has picked for you jazz?
I cry.
You cry.
Yeah.
I want to see. Ready, and action. Oh, great. I'm going for it. I believe it. I
Thank
live
you.
it every moment.
You weren't serious, right? I'm not doing jazz, right?
Well, it could be jazz. Remember, Elise and I picked these all far before
Right,
anyone
yes.
voted because we decided the
Caused me a
decision-making
lot of stress.
process.
I mean, you could just be singing Fergalicious.
Or Fergalicious. We do have that
Great,
still
I
on
got
the
it.
table. All right. Well, Emily, the people have spoken. And the decision for you is top 40. So the top 40 for you, songs from today, the top 40, take it away.
Let's do it. We love the album of the year. Vintage tea, brand new phone, high heels on, cobblestones. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Sequin smile, black lipstick, sensual politics. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you dancing in your Levi's, drunk under a street light. I knew you hand under my sweatshirt, baby, kiss it better. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. A friend to all is a friend to none. Chase two girls, lose the one. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you playing hide and seek and giving me a weekend. I knew you, your heartbeat on the hotline once in 20 lifetimes. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite. Hey, how about those $2,000+ though? I'm piggybacking off Tyler. What's up? To kiss in cars in downtown bars was all we needed, and you drew stars around my scars, and now I'm bleeding. 'Cause I knew you stepping on the last train marked me like a bloodstain. I knew you tried to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy. I knew you leaving like a father, running like water. When you are young, they assume you know nothing. But I knew you'd linger like a tattoo kiss. I knew you'd haunt all of my what ifs. The smell of smoke would hang around this long. 'Cause I knew everything when I was young. I knew I'd curse you for the longest time, chasing shadows in the grocery line. I knew you'd miss me once the thrill expired, and you'd be standing in my front porch light. I knew you'd come back to me. You'd come back to me, and you'd come back to me, and you'd come back. And when I felt like I was an old cardigan under someone's bed, you put me on and said I was your favorite.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Very nice. I'm just gonna start. Oh, I'm gonna sing it again. Taylor Swift obviously is known for her stories and, her experiences, and you did a really beautiful job, I think, of making that experience feel like it was your own.
Thank you.
Yeah, well done. This is just the performer in me noting this. I love how you put the shirt on for this one.
Thank you.
It was just a different feel, and I love that little teeny touch of just finding that nuance in a song and being able to bring that to life. So that was a very intuitive thing for you to do as a performer. I mean, it's super like theater mumbo jumbo I'm saying here.
For sure.
Anyway, I just appreciated that. I thought that was really a sweet touch, and well done with the song and the vocals. And sorry, sound.
If you were in my studio, you would have lost points for
I know.
punching the microphone.
It's always a mic with me. It's always a mic issue.
I really like how it had I was pulled in. I was pulled into that one, and I kind of forgot that we were all sitting around here with construction paper taped behind you. But I felt like we were all just a part of that song, and as you kind of disappeared into it. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes, my fellow judges here have just said exactly what I want to say, really. Your focus is really very sharp. It's very good. Your notes, you're right on top of those notes and the pitches. Awesome placement, using your voice in different ways. You took us on a beautiful journey. It was a beautiful story, like Nikki alludes to, the stories. I was with you every step of the way, every vocal note of the way. Attention to details is everything. I just felt like your whole, everything about you right now was just soulful, it was beautiful, and it was real. And I know I said it to you earlier, but it was raw, and it was real, and it was just, it gave me goosebumps, so congratulations. It was
Can I
beautiful.
also add in here too, Emily, your articulation on that was really, really crisp. And through the mask.
Thank you. I was trying really hard.
Yeah, you did it. Look at that. We're doing our job as judges. Look at the improvement from one session to the next. Your articulation was extraordinarily crisp, even through that mask. So I forgot to mention that the first time. So
Thank you.
And see,
well
that's the cool thing about getting the opportunity to do this and to learn and to grow. And it is hard with these things on, but I applaud you.
Yep.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
Woo!
Look, it's us, your hosts. We're back. And what are we back with? Another donation update. And this time we want to clarify some stuff about how to donate. So before we said it was like 42 different clicks, but scratch that. You can go to STG Theater, our Instagram. You can go to our bio and you just click right on that link and it will take you straight to the page to donate. At the donations, you will be able to click if you want to donate with the tier levels that we have set for Summit Theater Group. But you can also click if you want to donate specifically to Tyler, Alicia, Emily, Stan, Taylor, or Scott, as well as the Summit Theater Group Studio Scholarship. So you can just tick down those different options, like a little, I guess Google form is the first word that comes to my mind, and then submit your money there. Time for a donation update. Right now, we sit at $2,645. So, if anybody wants to donate $2,355 just right off the bat because they loved Tyler, Emily, and Alicia so much, I mean, you could. We'd love you for it. Maybe we would name the studio after you.
That's true. At this point, we're just selling the rights to the studio.
Yeah. It's not STG anymore. It's your studio. It's for the people.
That's right. Absolutely.
Oh, and we also have another raffle drawing. So this is raffle drawing number 2, and this raffle winner will win a Rieger 3-pack. Thank you, Rieger Distillery and Bar for donating this to us, and a virtual cocktail class from Fern Bar LLC. You know, our lovely bartender who's here today. And the winner of this raffle is Miss Margot Mikkelsen. M is in Mary, I-K-K-L-E-S is in Sam, O-N is in Nancy. Just wanted to spell that out because I didn't want to say it incorrectly.
And Margot, if you'd like to donate that to me, I would really appreciate that. I did buy a lot of tickets, and I was really hoping, of all the things to win, that was the one. So Margot, if you're watching, I don't know who you know here, but, Scott, perfect. So if you ever want to see Scott cast in another show again. No, I'm just joking. I would never.
It's all jokes here.
But yes, Margot, congratulations. That is an awesome thing to win.
And again, thank you so much to the Fern Bar LLC and to the Rieger Distillery.
Yes, and I got to go to the Rieger Distillery this summer. I got to do a very small, intimate tour of the Rieger Distillery, and it was thrilling. If you've never been, go. If you don't drink, don't go. But otherwise, do. This is a really amazing place, and they have really amazing cocktails, and there's a slide. You can slide down a slide. So Rieger is in the East Bottoms. Yeah, it is a really amazing space. They have redone an old, it's an old factory building that was abandoned, and it is pretty cool. But it's time to move on. And it looks like our next singer is going to be Stan. Stan, going back to the question from earlier, how do you feel this night is going for you?
I feel it's good. I mean, we've got some young guy and gal voices that can just do amazing things. So here's to the old people in the group. What's up, Alicia?
Right, absolutely. How many cocktails have you had?
Just two.
Just
they
two.
were like that. He's not even making full cocktails, which is disappointing. They're like this much.
You didn't get the heavy pour? Some of us got the heavy pour.
I don't think I got the heavy pour.
Oh, that's disappointing.
You wouldn't know. The jacket would be off. I mean.
Oh, I see. That's the limit right there. So, Stan, of all the categories that could happen to come up during this, what would be the one that you would think would be like your worst nightmare? You would wake up drenched in sweat being like, this cannot happen to me.
My worst nightmare would be the top 40 Taylor Swift song that just happened, because I don't even know what to do with that. So,
okay. Do you know who Taylor Swift is?
I do know who Taylor Swift is.
Okay.
Yeah, she used to be a country artist, and now she's something else. But
she has metamorphosized. She is new. She is different.
Right.
She is woman. She understands.
So I would say that, or Ladies of the 80s would be like Whitney Houston would crush me. So that would be bad too.
But what about Fergalicious?
Fergalicious, I mean, I could take this.
Oh! Yeah. Here comes the money, people.
Right?
Here comes the money.
What did Tyler say? Smash that donate button? All right. What do you got for me? What do you got for me?
Well, here's what it is. The people have spoken. And this time it is not Elise and I who have spoken. These are the people.
Oh, Lordy.
We're not taking ownership for this one.
I'm blaming my cousin Andrea in Virginia if this is bad.
That's right. The people have spoken, and they have decided that you get to sing Top 40. So we're back, folks.
I hope it's not
Here
Taylor
she comes.
Swift.
Top 40, take it away, Stan.
Oh, that could be anything. Here we go. Okay, a little top 40 country. All right. When the dogwoods start to bloom and the crickets hum their tune, that's usually about the time that I feel most alive. But the news has all been bad, and the whole world seems so sad. I ain't had much else going on, so I sat down and wrote this song. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. It's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes. But there'll be crowds and there'll be shows. There will be light after dark someday when we are 6 feet apart. The first thing that I'm gonna do is slide on in some corner booth and take the whole damn family out and buy my buddies all around. Pay some extra on the tab, catch a movie, catch a cab, watch a ball game from the stands, probably overwash my hands. I miss my mom, I miss my dad, I miss the road, I miss my band, giving hugs and shaking hands. It's a mystery, I suppose, just how long this thing goes. But there'll be crowds and there'll be shows. There will be light after dark someday when we are 6 feet apart.
I'm gonna go ahead and jump in on this, and before I get to you, Stan,
Okay.
a little challenge to my judges here. I and Link to Lee Summit, we just donated, so
Okay, all right.
y'all are next.
I've already donated as well.
All right, Nikki. Time to go.
I
Stan,
don't sing much country, so be kind.
Oh.
you took the jacket off, and it was like you were putting the kernel away, and it was ready to come out and sing. And I think we got a theme this round. It's storytelling.
It is.
We really are starting to get it. I enjoyed that. I know you were first one up, and so that might have played a little bit, but you took the jacket off. You weren't as stiff. You were moving around. I liked that.
Like it.
Yeah, I loved you on Michael Bublé, but I have to say, I wrote L-O-V-E big on this one because I really am a fan of country. This is one of my favorite songs, and this was a totally different style for you, but you could sing country any day of the week, and everybody out there is probably going crazy right now because it's unexpected. I did not expect you to sing country.
It is unexpected.
And I closed my eyes and I went, wow, it was fantastic. Even the way you approached the song was tender, and it was fantastic. Any day of the week, keep singing that country. It serves you well.
All right, thank you.
I have to say, Stan, I am not a huge fan of country, and when it started, I bristled a little bit. But this reminded me of, and the way you treated it, and just the sincerity and the vulnerability that you brought to the song. This reminded me kind of the classic country that I remember hearing my grandparents play in their house, and I just wrote sincerity. I drew hearts on it.
Thanks.
So I feel
Were
like
they hearts over the eye when you did your name?
no, that's a different kind of heart. This is over to the side, like love, love, and I was just too lazy to write it. But I thought you did a really nice job of bringing that that vulnerability that we all experienced in the past year, and you just told a story. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Anytime you sing about Dad, I think
Yeah.
that's always great.
Very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job. That was awesome.
All right, and now we have. Where am I?
Oh, well, we can give a shout out right now to the crew. There is a huge amount of people behind the scenes running this event. I had no idea what this is going to entail before I walked in tonight. And if you were here and you could see, or if you're friends with me on Instagram and now can see, I showed every person who's working on this because it is a really incredible amount of people who are making this happen behind the scenes. So not only the people we mentioned before who are truly amazing, but we'd also like to thank Andrea and Steve Foote, Matt Stewart, Nancy Cruz, Maddie Jacobson, Ginger Birch, and Emily Davenport, who are all here tonight. It is amazing. You don't really realize how much something like this takes, and it can't just be the people who are on the screen. It takes all those people working behind the scenes to really make something like this happen. It would not be possible without all of them, and we really do appreciate their work. And I think we're ready to move on to our next performer.
Up next, we have Taylor. She's back.
I'm back.
So I'm going to steal Brad's thunder and ask you this: which genre would you just hate, die on the floor if you had to sing?
I'm gonna go with Ladies of the 80s, because that's tough. That's like a lot of really incredible women artists who, I would not want to do that.
That is a lot of pressure.
It's true. And if you could choose a category, what would be the one you would pick?
I don't know, I might have to go with like Emily with the top 40, some T Swift. I would, yes. He says, oh. Me and Brad, we're in a fight tonight.
I mean, Taylor Swift is really,
Be careful with your words.
She's the answer to a prayer. I don't know whose prayer, but someone's. And that's really what we know about her. So I'm hoping for you that you get top 40.
Okay.
I find it doubtful, but
that's fair.
Elise has picked a really tough song this time.
I sure have.
And Elise, I don't think that was fair of you. What did you pick for Taylor?
I mean, you can't say I picked.
Well,
there's an audience.
Oh, right, the audience.
The audience.
I'm so
picked.
sorry. The
It was me. It was the audience.
Yes.
The audience picked Broadway.
Okay. Here we go. I saved every letter you wrote to me. From the moment I read them, I knew you were mine. You said you were mine. I thought you were mine. Do you know what Angelica said when she saw your first letter arrive? She said, be careful with that one, love. He will do what it takes to survive. You and your words blinded my senses. Your sentences left me defenseless. You built me palaces out of paragraphs. You built cathedrals. I'm rereading the letters you wrote to me. I'm searching and scanning for answers in every line, for some kind of sign from when you were mine. The world seemed to to you. You told the whole world how you brought this girl into our bed, and clearing your name, you have ruined our lives. Do you know what Angelica said when she read what you'd done? She said, you buried an Icarus. He has flown too close to the sun. You and your words obsessed with your legacy. On senseless, and you are paranoid in every paragraph. How they perceive you. I'm erasing myself from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Eliza reacted when you broke her heart. Torn it all apart, I'm watching it burn. Watching it burn. The world has a right to my heart. The world has a place in our bed. They don't get to know what I said. I'm burning the memories, burning the letters that might have redeemed you. You forfeit all right to my heart. You forfeit your place in our bed. You sleep in your office instead, with only the memories of when you were mine. I hope that you burn.
Wow. Wow, I am
I think I just witnessed a high kick back there.
Yeah,
I think I just saw a leg flying. So yeah, just the universal sign of praise that we all know and love, the high kick in reaction to.
Wow, that was, you chose a doozy. That's a hard one. The people knew what they wanted to see from you, and you delivered it.
Thank you.
And you delivered it very, very well. You know, when you work with young voices, everybody wants to come in and sing loud. They want to belt, they want to do this and that. But it's important to be able to sing on a whisper. And the way you started the song, I was there in the palm of your hand from the get-go.
Thank you.
Taylor, you perform musical theater very well.
Thank you.
Very well, because I forgot you had a mask on, I'm going to be honest with you. I saw right through that. I saw what was going on here. You were determined to portray this character and to portray the pain and everything that they're dealing with. And I just thought you did fantastic. I truly did forget you had a mask on for a moment. So thank you for that. That was really remarkable. Thank you.
That had to be so hard. I mean, it's not just a theater song, but the way he writes, that's a totally different type of thing where the words really, really matter, and we heard each and every one of them that you hit. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first thing I wrote down was iconic song. You know, so many of these songs that we've heard, people have been able to take some creative license with here and there, but this is a song that really you can't mess around with it too much. There's really not a lot of margin for error in that song. Good news. You really, really nailed that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well done. And
Thank you.
I also noticed too, again, since I've been bringing the theater gibberish tonight, I appreciated the fact that you used the mic stand so that you could give us every little drop of that character. That was
Thank
really
you.
beautiful. Yep.
I also want to say that you can raise your score if you find me another cocktail.
Kidding. We are dry over here, so.
All right, so it is our final performer of round 2. I don't know how the time goes so fast. Elise, have you had a great evening so far?
It's been a lovely evening.
I am so glad that I got to spend my evening with you. If anybody doesn't know, Elise is my former student.
I am.
And so I get to spend my evenings now doing Cocktails and Cabaret with former students of mine. So that's pretty exciting for me. And we're going to now hear our final singer of round 2, and it is Scott. Scott, are you ready?
I was born ready.
I knew that about you.
Yeah.
I've always known that about you. Scott, I would like for you to tell us if you had any song that you could pick to sing in any genre whatsoever, what would be, of course not Out There, which we already heard and was phenomenal. So how do we top Out There?
Yes.
What's the next step?
Oh. If I had my choice, oh goodness, what's it called? It's called Color My World by Chicago. The very first date that my parents ever went on, that was the song that my dad sang to my mom. And so that's always had a special place.
That's very sweet. If any of us liked anything mushy or gushy, that would be so adorable. But all the single people at home are over it. So, thanks for, but I loved that. And I would wish that the audience had chosen that for you. But I can tell you that they did not. They did not choose that song.
What'd they choose?
But they did choose for you, It's Broadway Again.
Oh,
Broadway Again. And Scott, this is the hardest part, because now you have to one-up Out There, but we know you can do it. Are you ready, Scott?
I'm gonna try.
All right. Yay! We're very excited. Here we go. Take it away.
End of May or early June, this picture-perfect afternoon we shared. Drive the winding country road, grab a scoop at a la mode, and then we're there. An open field that's framed with trees, we pick a spot and shoot the breeze like buddies do. Quoting songs by our favorite bands, telling jokes no one understands except us two. And we talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way. Two friends on a perfect day. Walk a while and talk about the things we'll do when we get out of school. Like bike the Appalachian Trail, or write a book, or learn to sail. Wouldn't that be cool? There's nothing that we can't discuss, like girls we wish would notice us, but never do. He looks around and says to me, there's nowhere else I'd rather be, and I say me too. Talk and take in the view. We just talk and take in the view. All we see is sky for forever. We let the world pass by for forever. Feels like we could go on for forever this way, this way. tallest tree. From far across a yellow field, I hear him calling, follow me. There we go, wondering how this world might look from up so high. One foot after the other, one branch then to another. I climb higher and higher, I climb till the entire sun shines on my face. Then I suddenly feel the branch give way. I'm on the ground, my arm goes numb. I look around and I see him come to get me. He's come to get me. And everything's okay. All we see is sky. For forever we let the world pass by. For forever, buddy, you and I. For forever this way, this way. All we see is light, 'cause the sun burns bright. We could be alright for forever this way. Two friends, true friends, on a perfect day.
Okay, I'm emotionally drained.
I have to. I was starting to.
I really
choke
am.
up
No,
there.
I'm literally emotionally drained. That was so, it was just beautiful. You painted a picture, the story, you know, we're all talking about story, the second half, because I feel we've loosened up a little bit, and now we're into the real, you're comfortable, and now you're letting it go, and that was beautiful. I admire you for tackling, that's a difficult song, requires multiple uses of your voice in different ways, and I thought you handled it very beautifully and very bravely. You're just one talented guy, and your presence is so commanding. When you open your mouth and start singing, all you have to do is stand there, and it's like, okay, what's he gonna bring? And then all of a sudden, I sat back and I went, oh my goodness, it's softer. It's a little, it's playing another dimension to you physically as an actor and as a singer. And I was really there with you the whole time. Maybe you didn't hit a couple notes like you wanted it. I could see it in your face, but I would not have known, I didn't know, I wouldn't have known it. It was just so beautiful. It really was. Thank you so much for that, really. It was
Thank you.
lovely, lovely.
I thought you had the notes fine. I'm not going to criticize that. What I like too, there was a weird balance. And some of this might be the setting. You're in a mask, so we only see part of your face, and the way we're all distanced out here. But you really did a nice balance of holding back a little bit. Like if we just knew, we might think you were just being a little bit stiff, but you're really holding back just for the emotion and that part of the story. So I thought that was a really kind of cool balance, and it can't be easy to do that, to walk that line.
Yep.
Thank you.
I agree with what they've said. There's such a vulnerability about this because, of course, in the production of Dear Evan Hansen, he's spinning a yarn, and you handled that vulnerability of wanting so badly for everyone to believe this truth that he's telling, and I thought you handled that beautifully, and that is really, really a hard song. And I liked how I felt like you were in distress. And it's almost like I watched your thought bubble go, let's just flip into falsetto.
Yeah.
And you handled that beautifully, beautifully. I mean, I could see a lot of people just sort of going, nope, just push it on through. And you didn't. You flipped into falsetto. And oh my gosh, that's a lot of gibberish. I'm so sorry about that. But I thought you handled that very, very nicely. So well done.
Thank you.
It's a hard
Yes.
song.
Oh, yes.
Good job.
everybody, right now is your last chance to vote for your favorite performer. So remember, we have Alicia, Tyler, Emily, Stan, Taylor, and of course Scott. Yeah, it's on to you, Brad.
Sure. So we are going to announce our first door prize winner. So people who have donated throughout the evening have been registered to win some prizes that have been donated to us. And the first of those prizes is going to be a gourmet kitchen basket. The gourmet kitchen basket was donated by Melissa Bruff and Cinda Sells. So Melissa Bruff and Cinda Sells, thank you so much for donating that. And the person who won it, based off of their donation this evening for our event, is Jamie Lee Mediac. So congratulations, Jamie Lee. We are so thankful for you. Jamie Lee is an amazing person, and we're very thankful for her donation this year. Also, at this point, we would like to take a break and just remind you that STG is returning to live theater. We will be doing a production of Mamma Mia this summer. Of course, everyone knows Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, right? The music of ABBA brought to life on stage. And Summit Theater Group will present Mamma Mia July 9th through the 11th at the Music Theater Heritage Space at Crown Center in the former American Heartland Theater Space. And it's now the Quixotic Performance Space indoors. So we are going to be taking our show on the road down to Crown Center to perform in that amazing space, and we are so excited about that. Auditions are basically virtual for this year, and we will be doing in-person rehearsals, but virtual auditions. And March 29th through April 3rd is the window to submit those. Of course, if you're done earlier than that, feel free to turn that in as well. And of course, you can contact the director if you have any questions or if you have anything that you need clarification about at stgmammamia, M-A-M-M-A-M-I-A, at gmail.com. So once again, you can check that out. If you don't have any interest in auditioning for Mamma Mia, which why wouldn't you? But if you don't, come see us July 9th through the 11th at the former American Heartland Theater Space in Crown Center as we present the hit musical Mamma Mia. And it's your favorite time again, it's cocktail time. So we're heading over to Bryan Arri of the Fern Bar, and he's gonna make our second cocktail this evening. This is called Spring at STG. Bryan, we're very excited about it, so take it away.
Excellent. Hey, I am so excited that we could be back together and have the chance to make another cocktail. So for all of my vodka and gin lovers, this is going to be wonderful for you. So go ahead and get something that you can shake a cocktail with. Like I said earlier, you don't need fancy bar equipment to make stuff. I know a lot of us do have shakers, but if you don't, a plastic water bottle with a wide mouth like an Nalgene would work, your coffee thermos as long as you've cleaned it out, just something that you can shake it inside of. I actually like shaking inside of water bottles at home because your hands don't get cold. If you're using metal, it conducts that show really, really quickly. So our cocktail, what you're going to want to do is go ahead and grab the ingredients that were listed. So we're talking about some basil. We're talking about, your lemons, your gin, your simple syrup as well. So all of those things and cucumber. Now I'm going to present this in two ways. So kind of a hack, like making this cocktail very quickly at home, if you just want to have one, and then also how to make the syrup that I actually brought with me tonight. So for the hack on making this cocktail really quickly, you just want to drink one, have a good time. Go ahead, you're going to take a cucumber, you're going to slice 3 good slices and put it into the bottom of your shaker tin, okay? Then you're going to take 3 to 4 basil leaves, depending on size, put it inside of there, okay? And you're gonna wanna muddle those up just ever so slightly, just press them. So, a lot of times when people muddle, they're really putting their shoulder into it. You don't wanna bruise those herbs. You don't wanna destroy the cucumber. So just press ever so gently, okay? You then take about 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup and pour it in, and then build the cocktail from there, as I'm going to here in a minute. Now, for those of you who want to make more of this syrup so you can have many of these cocktails at home, maybe you're with, your vaccinated friends, or you're immune already, here's how I actually made this syrup. So you saw that green tea was optional on our list. So what I did is I brewed 16 ounces of green tea. Okay, so just bring that up to about 180 degrees or so. Add in your 2 bags of green tea, okay? So it's gonna be absolutely lovely, and let that sit for about 30 minutes off to the side. Now, while we're doing that, what you're going to do is get also 16 ounces by weight of granulated white sugar, put that into a bowl, and then put in 1 sliced cucumber, okay? We're gonna let that sit for the same amount of time. Now what that's doing is it's pulling some of that moisture out of the cucumber into the sugar, so it makes it nice, fresh, and delicious, and that sugar's gonna taste a whole lot like that cucumber. Now to fully incorporate the rest of that flavor, we're gonna take all of that along with the tea, and then about, I'd say 10 to 12 basil leaves. Put it into a blender, okay? Blend until that's all the way incorporated and your sugar is dissolved. Then put it through a fine strainer. This isn't gonna cut it. I love using these guys, but you're gonna need something a little bit bigger at home. If you don't have a mesh fine strainer, you could use a coffee filter, but it might take a while for all of that to pass through, okay? Just so you're aware. So, either point that you're at, here's how we're gonna build that cocktail from here. So, I'm gonna use 3/4 of an ounce of that syrup that I made from earlier, okay? Put that in. Then I'm gonna use 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lemon juice, okay? If you don't have a fancy juicer like this at home, you can absolutely just squeeze these by hand. The best way that I've found to do that is kind of rotate while you're squeezing, all right? It controls that lemon juice coming out a little bit better. But because I have the fancy juicer here, I'm gonna use the fancy juicer. 3/4 of an ounce of that lemon juice. Need just a little bit more. Here we go. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take that, pour that into our shaker tin, and follow that with 1.5 ounces of J. Rieger & Co. Midwestern Dry Gin. So this is one of my favorite gins. It's a London dry style. I was actually their head distiller, Nathan Perry, working with master distiller Tom Nickel, who was with the master distiller at Tanqueray for quite a long time. He invented Tank 10 and then came to help them make this gin. It's absolutely delicious. So 1.5 full ounces of that on in. Fantastic. So then, get your ice already, and we're gonna shake this cocktail. Now, when you shake a cocktail, you're aiming to wake it up, not put it to sleep, okay? So we're gonna shake vigorously for about 8 seconds together. All right, ready? Let's shake. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. Now, I pre-prepared my glass here because I wanted to get it chilling in the fridge. Now, what I did is I took a cucumber, all right, with a nice Y peeler just like this, and cut a swath all the way down, okay? Then what I did is I took that cucumber and I rolled it up just like this. Let's get that nice close shot here. So rolled it up just like this, all right? I held the outside, and then I tilted my glass just like this and dropped the cucumber in. Now what that did is it allowed it to fall and roll around those edges, okay? So that's how you get this effect. Then use the ice to hold it in place, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and strain our cocktail into the glass. I'm gonna hold back just a little bit of it. Alrighty. Now what we're going to do is grab your Prosecco, okay? That should have been listed. Open your bottle of Prosecco. Now, hopefully you have a saver cap at home. If you don't, it's gonna be a wonderful night because these do spoil rather quickly. Pour in about 3 glugs into your shaker tin with the rest of that cocktail. That should be just enough to fill it to the top. There you have it, spring at STG. Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead now and pass it right back to our host this time. Fingers crossed. Brad, are you there?
We are here. We are back.
Fantastic.
Elise, that cocktail, amazing. Look at that.
I love a good cocktail. I love all the tools you have. I was just mesmerized.
I am mesmerized too, and I would like to have that cocktail as well. So that's pretty exciting. And there's Prosecco in it, yes, correct? I love Prosecco. Elise feels differently than I feel about Prosecco.
As I said earlier, I'm trying to be more mature with my wine and bottled beverages, so we're getting there.
I think, here's the thing. A little champagne never hurt anybody.
I mean,
That's kind of my
I
rule.
love a good mimosa if
Yes.
we're talking brunch. but, like-
Exactly. Really, mimosa, that's like good breakfast at that point, right?
Yeah.
You don't need anything else. Just orange juice, some champagne, we're done for. And I think that's totally a good way to start your day, as long as you're not driving or working.
Yeah.
There you go.
As long as you're not driving.
I think, Elise, you have some more prizes that people might
I do have
won.
some more prizes to announce. So these prizes are door prizes, again, for people who had been donating throughout the night. So first we have a Body Shop basket, which was donated to us by Candace Dietz in the Body Shop, as well as Emily Davenport in Color Street Nails. And the winner of that basket is Nick Parker.
Nick!
Yay, Nick!
Nick, are you thrilled? How excited are you about this?
I'm so thrilled. I'm going to ask for another song if I can. Can I get somebody else to sing for us?
Are you going to sing?
No.
Oh.
You want to keep your audience, so I will not sing.
Well, Nick, we're very excited for you. You let us know. Keep STG up to date about how the Body Shop basket works out for you.
And then our next prize is an STG swag basket. STG swag. And this one was donated to, this one is sponsored by So What LLC. And the winner for this basket is Jeff Miller.
Awesome. Well, at least the time's come for you to lip sync for your life.
I'm ready.
She's ready?
I'm ready.
She's doing it?
I'm ready.
We've had the best time possible. And if you don't know what that's from, you know, watch some television. Just saying, right?
I mean, you should.
It's time for the winners. Now, just so everyone knows sitting over here, I'm going to speak directly to you now. We're friends. We're compatriots. I had no decision-making in this. Elise had no decision-making in this. All you can blame are the people at home. So please don't take it out on us. Please don't write us hate mail. We're actually just going to not reply to our phones for a couple of days because we don't need to hear it. But we are very excited and we're very thankful to all of you. So let's give everyone a round of applause one more time for all of our amazing performers. The thing that makes STG a really special place is that all these people get together on one night and spend time with each other just singing songs from things that we love and having some drinks and just enjoying company in a socially distant and safe way. And we're very thankful that all of you were willing to give us your time this evening to help us raise some money for what we think is a really worthy cause. So it's time for us to announce our third place winner. Of course, this person at this point was selected by our audience, and they will get to sing the swan song, the song of their choice, to lead us out of the evening. So we'll start with our third place winner. And our third place winner, due to the vote of the people, is Taylor Arri. Taylor, it's your moment. How do you feel in this moment, Taylor?
I feel really great. I'm so thankful for everyone that made this night possible. This is an incredible group of people. Thank you to our viewers. Thank you for supporting Summit Theater Group. We are so excited to open our space and to make so many memories as a theater community there. So thank you very much.
All right, Taylor, what are you going to sing for us?
I'm going to sing Never Enough from The Greatest Showman. I'm trying to hold my breath, let it stay this way, can't let this moment end. You set off a dream with me, getting louder now, can you hear it echoing? Take my hand, will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars that we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, the shine of 1,000 spotlights. All the stars that we steal from the night sky will never be enough. Never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough. Never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me. For me. Thank you.
We're moving on.
It's you. Oh, yeah. Sorry. And our second place winner, Emily Coffin. And Miss Coffin, what will you be
Hey.
singing?
Let's go with some classics. I've got some Billy Joel. Let's do Vienna. We love a karaoke intro. There it goes.
Slow down, you crazy child. You're so ambitious for a juvenile, but then you're so
Well, Elise, I think that's it. I think that's over.
It's over?
Yeah.
Are you
We don't
sure?
really need to know who won.
I guess we don't. I guess we don't have
We'll
to
post
know.
it on Instagram later.
Yeah, follow us.
Oh, we do, though, want to announce the last raffle drawing winner because that person won something cool, so that's awesome. This is the Downtown Lee Summit package. This is so cool, so I hope whoever wins this is excited about it. We would like to thank the Historic Browning House, the W, Embers Candles, and Downtown Lee Summit for this incredible donation. And it's called An Evening of Downtown, and this person could take me on the Evening of Downtown. Mine is the Historic Browning Home. But this person is Tina Morrison. So Tina Morrison, you're the winner of An Evening in Lee Summit, Downtown Lee Summit. How fun is that? Also, we would like to just take a moment to recognize STG Studio. That is our educational wing of Summit Theater Group, who is opening some spring break camps at the end of this month at various locations throughout Lee Summit. And we'll be opening a brand new set of studio classes for spring and summer months, including camps and evening workshops and classes. So you can visit our page, summittheater.org/STG/studio, to get more information about upcoming camps and events. And we also have a separate Facebook group underneath the STG Facebook group as well. So you can join both of those. Follow along to find out more about all the exciting adventures. Mamma Mia, of course, still this summer. So lots of exciting opportunities for all of us. Also, we want to finish the night thanking our sponsor for tonight, which is Connect Co-working. This amazing space we've got to spend our evening in. So thank you to Connect Co-working LLC on social media. What a great way for them to also give back to the community. And we appreciate their donation of this space as well for the evening. Our final total for tonight, the amount of money that we raised will go to $2,845, which is great. It's great money for us to be able to continue to do the work that we're doing to get our space open here in Lee Summit. And I'll just pledge $155 now to take it up to $3,000. So we'll get it up there, get a nice round number. And of course, you can continue to donate throughout the weekend. We would love for you to continue to donate. We can post on Monday morning what we got to over the weekend. But please consider sharing this information with your friends, your family, other people in Lee Summit who really love live theater, love performance, love education, because all of those things are happening right here with STG. And we're really excited and really looking forward to the future of what this can bring. So, Elise, I think it's you.
Is it time for me to announce who the winner is?
It is, but guess what? This is the surprise. Guess who the winner is?
Who?
It's us.
Oh, we're the winner. Oh, so
We won.
Are you gonna sing?
I don't know how it happened, Elise, but the people voted, and we've won. Right, and we're doing
Fergalicious.
No, we did not win.
No, we did
Thanks
not
for
win.
no one who voted for us, but
It's okay.
someone did win. So
Someone did win. And not only did they win by judges' standards, they're also the audience favorite.
Oof.
So that's like a high feat.
That's
I mean,
a big deal.
That's a big deal. So our audience favorite and first place winner by the judges' standards is Tyler Waltz.
Yeah.
Now, Tyler,
Wow, thank you. That's crazy.
to end us out
Appreciate
tonight,
y'all.
what are you going to sing?
I'm going to sing This Is the Moment.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Jekyll and Hyde. And I've got the long hair to play the character, STG. This is the moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play, is here and now, today. This is the moment, this is the time, when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme.
Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming, and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. This is the moment, my final test. Destiny beckoned, I never reckoned second best. I won't look down, I must not fall. This is the moment, the sweetest moment of them all. This is the moment, damn all the odds. This day or never, I'll sing forever with the gods. When I look back, I will always recall moment for moment. This was the greatest Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.
So much for joining us this evening, and I feel lucky to get to host with you. And we'll see you all next time.